Hey y'all, this is Tamika, the face behind Hey HR, and what we're gonna do is talk about HR consultants. So we're gonna talk about what are HR consultants, what role do they play in HR, and just how do they work out in the whole scheme of things. I think people always think that, oh, my goal is to eventually be an HR consultant, and I ain't gonna tell you no lie. Initially, when I first started my career, I thought like that's the way I wanted to retire to. That definitely has changed for me, and so what we're gonna do is talk all about what HR consultants are. So if you want to know more about them, definitely keep on watching. So HR consultants are typically seasoned professionals who offer a wide range of services for any organization, particularly in the HR department. They do services that includes obviously consulting, right? And education, training, and human resources solutions for not only corporate businesses, but small businesses as well. They are really considered a third party. They're external to your organization. And some of the tasks that they take on for any organization or that they complete for any organization includes things like research or analysis or planning or management counseling, or even big projects that really are super time consuming and need to be completed in a short amount of time. If you guys are like, gosh, feels like I heard this before, you have, because I definitely talked about it in a video where I talked all about internal and external HR. So that would be a great video to review. So I'm going to just tag it here. I'll put it on the end, definitely in the description box, so you guys can check that video out, because that's a good idea of what HR consultants are. It'll definitely give you good insight, because this is a particular position where it's going to be difficult for me to say
the compensation range in the US for this role is this.
No, it really depends on what projects they have, what contracts have they agreed to, what organizations are they doing the work for, how long will they be working. These contracts can be very detailed on what an HR consultant does, and so the price can range. Obviously, it's more your comfortable spot, but is it long term? Is it sustainable? Sustainable is getting more and more clients for HR consultants, getting more and more long-term contracts for HR consultants, working in that arena for quite some time, building more relationships, gathering more leads. It's a lot of just being an external person, running your own business, and really showing yourself as that expert for any organization, and then finding that niche target audience that would need an HR consultant. HR consultants are hired externally, and they're always on a contractual basis. They're open to work with companies in different industries and different fields. You can find an HR consultant for a big manufacturing company. You can find them for a small mom and pop shop. So they're open for different size organizations, different industries, different career fields. They also have diverse professional experience. So most times you're gonna find HR consultants who have literally worked in several different industries, several different company sizes, several different company makeups. So sometimes you can have a company that has one dedicated HR center of excellence and then multiple HR departments in other regions within their company, within other countries. You can have what they call evergreen brownfield companies, greenfield companies. So if you guys are studying for the HR certification, then listen, it's all in here. You're going to learn all about it. But there are different company makeups. And so most HR consultants have experience that is very diverse, because organizations are all different. Like, they're not all made up the exact same way. And so they usually are more on the better side of compensation. But again, they have to work for that money. So it's not something where they're guaranteed a paycheck every 2 weeks, every week, every month. They are on a contractual basis. And so most times, because they're giving away intellectual property, then the costs for them are pretty expensive. So pretty good compensation. Again, you can visit that video where I talked about internal and external HR, and I dived into it there. They are constantly hunting for new clients, new leads, new opportunities, a lot of relationship building, a lot of building a brand. They're typically brought in to address a particular problem or a particular situation. Like, they're aiming for a specific resolution most times. So some of the responsibilities that an HR consultant can do in addition to those duties are kind of to break down those tasks, break down those duties, is that they create employee programs and help execute new job plans for an organization. They provide advice to managers and general management on how to manage the team, how to manage the organization, how to manage the culture. Like, they hone in on an issue. So if a company really wants to revamp what their culture is like, maybe they'll bring an HR consultant in to help them with that transformation and to get a quick result. Another thing that they'll do is they'll create and conduct research to pinpoint underlying issues Any issues that you may have, you may not know it's there, because listen, you work every day, you come in every day, you don't even realize it's a problem. It's just like that broken step. If you constantly walk on that step, you no longer really hear it squeak anymore. It's just like that little noise in your engine. You keep cranking up that car, even if you just turn on the music, or even if you turn the music down, you got the windows down, you don't really hear it because you're so used to that little noise in your engine. They come in and they're like, what's that noise in the engine? Why does that step sound that way? Because it's all brand new to them. So as long as you get an HR consultant who's not been lingering around for a long time, they're not coming into your office every single day, they typically can pick up on issues that you really didn't realize was an underlying issue and help fix a lot of things that you didn't realize this underlying issue needed to be fixed before you can fix that thing. A lot of times we'll establish compliance programs. So if you don't have a designated compliance department or training or quality department, they can come in and take care of those compliance issues and kind of create those SOPs, create those products, those policies. They can make a streamlined process of improvement, updating, renewal, approvals of those different policies or compliance issues. They definitely help with compliance, not only in your organization, but also in your industry, also state regulations, federal regulations, things like that. And a lot of times you can depend on HR consultants for advice on HR technology and different systems. So we may not realize that a system even exists to help make things a little bit easier for us, to make things more efficient, to be able to catch issues more, to remove human error, to be able to take the workload off our team, to not really need additional headcount. They can come in and say, hey, if you get this system or this, create this system or use this technology, this can help you alleviate this problem. So I think that was a pretty straightforward video. Kind of took me back to the HR series where we talked about different HR positions. But this one is just pretty straightforward. HR consultants are generally contractors. They run their own business. They work separately. They're a third-party contractor, and they're really addressing major issues that you have at the time. They're your area of like expertise, and they're your extra hands when you don't have those extra hands. So I hope that this video was very, very helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, y'all know I'm gonna meet you in the comments. Until next time, I cannot wait to see you on the next video.